Hi. Today I'm going to talk about social media and how good and bad it can be on the mind. But I'm going to do this while I'm travelling home. So let's get started. Now, social media can be really good, and I do use it. I have a couple of accounts, one on Instagram and one on Facebook, and you know, in general, it's okay. But I've not used it. I've not logged on for about a week and a half, and Facebook has been bombarding me with messages about what other people are doing. So-and-so has commented on this, you know, so-and-so has commented on that, and that's both through my smartphone, and they're sending me emails saying about this, saying, oh, you've not logged on for a while. These are the things you've missed. And can I just say to Facebook, I haven't missed them at all, thank you very much. I haven't logged on for a reason. And that reason is because I like to give myself a bit of a break from Facebook for a while, because it can be very, very damaging. Now, when you're putting posts up and photographs and such like, and well, anyone who knows me, rather dirty jokes, which I haven't done for a while actually. I must be going into a very sort of more of a sensible phase of my life. But you start waiting for the likes to come through, and you get every time that little ding goes off, it's all, I've got another like, I've got another comment. Now, don't get me wrong, that to an extent can be nice and it can be fun. But there's a big problem out there for a lot of people, and I've had this myself, that you start becoming addicted to it. Because what happens when you start getting likes on posts and such like, each time that little alert goes off, that little bell goes off, you get a hit of dopamine. And dopamine's good. It's, you know, it's there to help you and make you feel good, and encourage you in your endeavours. Get these little dopamine hits. The problem is that these sort of dopamine hits that you get from Facebook are really kind of empty. If you think of them like a food, they're like what's called empty calories. They don't really have any goodness in them at all. But you still get the hit of dopamine. And dopamine is getting like a little shot of heroin. And if you get too many shots of heroin, it's going to be really bad for you. That's bad news. And when you stop getting those hits, become very down. Now, if you're someone who is prone to getting down, prone to depression, this has a much larger effect on you. And it can work like a spiral. And you're forever trying to chase that high with those dopamine hits. Heroin users who have obviously an addiction, when they're trying to get high again, they call it chasing the dragon, because you've got a higher tolerance. So the more that they use the heroin, the less positive effect that it has on them. So they have to take a bit more often. And that is called chasing the dragon. Now, this is exactly what we're doing with dopamine. And the way we're getting these dopamine hits are with the attention that we are getting on social media, and particularly Facebook. So it's very useful to give yourself a break from your Facebook account or your Instagram account. It depends how you use your Instagram account. I don't tend to post a lot on my Instagram account. Mine is more for looking on things that I'm following, various subjects, spirituality. I'll say it in a minute. Spirituality and such like. There was a study done, and it claimed that women between the ages of 30 and 40 20 and 40 are suffering from depression more and more. And the study, don't ask me to quote it because I can't remember exactly where it came from. The study said that this was the people who were most susceptible were high users of social media. And it came from them needing to get those dopamine hits, needing to get that validation, and that they become craving for it. They become junkies. And we can all get a bit like that. I mean, I'm not a beautiful woman who is putting lots of photographs of themselves up and getting loads of likes, loads of comments like, wow, oh, you're sexy, all this sort of stuff. So, I'm not getting the validation in the same, in the same way. I'm quite a light user of Facebook. So, but you can imagine that if you get all these likes, and you're gonna, first of all, it's gonna start making you feel really good. But when those likes start to die down from each photo, you have to put another one up to get them again. And it becomes very, very stressful. So don't rely on Facebook for your validation. Like I said, when it comes to, if you compare it to a food, they're empty calories. You know, anyone can just press a like. You know, like anyone can really just make a little comment. Doesn't mean we're special. So my advice is to every now and then, well, if I say every now and then, probably every few weeks, give yourself a week off. Give yourself a week off from Facebook, and I'll tell you what, you'll actually feel better. First day or so, you start almost getting withdrawal symptoms. But you very quickly forget that Facebook is there. Right? If you want to interact with people, go and interact with them face to face. Even a phone call to actual friends is far better, will nourish your soul far more than a few likes on Facebook. Now, I'm such a hypocrite that I'm going to say, hit the like button on YouTube and maybe subscribe if you want to, watch some of the other videos that I've got up here. And I realise how hypocritical that is. You know, I do get the irony of me doing a video about not getting, or like getting yourself off of likes, and then I ask you to like this video. Okay, so you know, I get the irony there, and I'm just making a point. Look, we live in the 21st century now. It's 2020. This is part of our life. You know, social media. It's not going away. But that doesn't mean we have to let it rule our lives. We control social media. Social media should not control us. And that's my message to you. Because there's a whole big world out there, and we're getting addicted to our smartphones. We're getting addicted to those little bells, those little dings that come up on our phone. We go, oh, who's liked my post? What post have they liked? And it doesn't need to be like that. If you want to be liked, go and talk to people. Go and look them in the eye. Go and breathe the same air as them. Because both of you will have a far more fulfilling experience. Go and grab a coffee with them. Go round their house, have a cup of tea. Because you really do not need to be chasing that dragon all the time. So, thanks for watching. I know I've ranted. I always say that. I know I've ranted. But some of these are a little bit of a rant. But keep well, and I will see you on the next video. Or if you know me personally, I might be seeing you for a cup of tea.